Greetings, my movie ghouls. Welcome back to our Halloween countdown. 31 films in 31 days. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek, and I'm joined once again by my lovely pal, Mrs. Movie Geek. That's what I'm saying. Tonight, we watched an old one that we both love, Signs by M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. I can't even say it when I'm joking. Starring Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix. I can't remember his name. Rory Culkin?
Rory Culkin, possibly. Macaulay Culkin's little brother.
What? No way. Yeah, so this is before Shyamalan's.
Shyamalan.
We can do that every time. His kind of downfall. Some people say that. I sound like bloody thingy from Jeremy Clarkson. Some people say, anyway, some people say that this was on his way down. No. I completely disagree with that. I think that the Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and this are a perfect combination of filmmaking and subtle twist endings, and they all work extremely well in my opinion. So I do this a lot. I'll pass over to you because we'll do this. We're going to put spoilers in, so just be careful.
Quite an old film.
Quite an old film. What's it all about? Let me get comfy, hang on.
So you sitting comfortably, and I shall begin.
Hang on. Can I have a glass of water, please?
No. So it's a family who have suffered a bereavement, and Mel Gibson's wife died, and he's left with two young children, a son and a daughter. His brother has moved back home with him, and he kind of lives in like a flat above the garage.
Yeah, it's like above the garage.
So it's just right by the house.
Like
and
flat.
They're kind of out not in the middle of nowhere, but they're a few
farm.
miles from town.
It's around
Yeah, so he has a farm. He's given up. He was a priest. Well, he wasn't a priest because he wouldn't be a dad, but he was a...
Was he a vicar?
Like a vicar, we'd call them. Not sure what you call them in America. If we have priests here, it means that they're fully...
No, because she calls him father.
Yeah, I don't know then. But what we would call a vicar in England, so somebody who is a religious man but
not
has
Catholic,
a family.
Just religious.
Yeah, and he has come away from the church. He's lost his faith, and he is farming, and he's got crops and things, and he is trying his best to raise the children. And one of the days, a crop circle appears in his field, so he rings the local police, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I can't remember the lady's name. She's
no,
a good
she's
actress.
good,
I like her in things. And she's like, oh, it'll be the so-and-so brother.
The Wolfington brothers.
Wolfington brothers, it'll be them. They're always joshing around and drinking and doing little crazy things. And
she says one thing, she said, do you think they actually did this? Because it's quite a big crop circle. And it's like, they can't go for a piss without getting it on the jeans.
Yeah.
It's a great little line.
Yeah, because it's quite an intricate crop circle. And the little girl, there's like little girl and little boy have their own quirks. She's grieving a mother, and she's sort of acting out in certain ways. She wants to dress up, and she's leaving stuff all over the house. She leaves like glasses of water everywhere. And the kid is obsessed with reading. And once this crop circle appears, he's like, I think it's aliens. And they go to town, and they go to the bookstore, and he picks a book about UFOs.
That just happens to have been delivered to the bookstore.
Yeah.
Which, then they said they make a big deal that we wouldn't have ordered that, but we have
ordered it, but we got one by accident. So he takes that while they're actually in town. As they're going back to the car, I think it is.
No, they're eating in the restaurant.
They are, yeah. And the man who killed, well, you find out who killed his wife. He fell asleep at the wheel driving because he was exhausted. So it was an accident. but he killed the wife and the mother.
Yeah.
And he comes and then he goes very quickly. But the best of it is he drives off like an absolute maniac. So you're like, you wouldn't do that if you killed somebody driving, would you?
And the kids look, because Mel Gibson's like, he's staring out. And say what you want about Mel Gibson, personal life and all that stuff.
He's a very good actor.
Very, very good actor. And I think the way he plays this role is really, really well done.
I think he's very good in this. You can tell he's got children.
Yeah, and because of his face, the kids are like, is that him? Yeah. And they all look at him, and then he sees. Yeah. And he's played by Shyamalan.
It kind of escalates really quickly from there. He goes, he gets a call from the vet, probably that day or the day after, saying, I don't know what to do, Father. I've got your number on my fridge. I've nearly called you a million times. It's been up there
for so long, and then today is the day.
You're the first person I could think of, and he just says, it's in my pantry. I've locked it in there, and he said, I'm going to the lake. I've heard the door like what, and hangs up. Basically, was that effect. So he guesses who it is, and he drives straight round to the vet's house.
And he's still there, waiting, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's in the driveway, and that's where he says, it's in the pantry. I'm off, type of thing. Yeah. And he goes in, and the house is a bit like tidy, but then a bit of like commotion. Something's happened. So he goes into the pantry, and he can see somebody pacing, and he's trying to be brave. He's like, I'm gonna call. They're gonna come down in a paddy wagon.
That's it. Yeah,
he's like paddy wagon to himself, isn't he?
I'm gonna call the police. No, the police. I'm with them.
I am the police. Yeah.
Come on, son. Don't throw your life away.
So he's like, you can tell he just doesn't know what to do. He's quite funny in this. And he sort
of
gets a knife,
great.
And he's looking, because like, mirrored knives, like they're shiny, and he's looking, trying to see what it is. And as he's looking, he's sort of leaning awkwardly, a hand, but it's not hand.
But it's not that fast. He's like, he tries it, and then he gets up and he puts it down, and he starts walking out.
And do it again.
And the scene plays that he walks right out of the door, but then the courage comes and he gets down, looks under, and then his hand comes out. And the first thing he can think to do, because it's not a human hand.
No, he doesn't know. It's an accident.
Yeah, he sort of chops.
Yeah, he doesn't mean to do it, but it's not a human hand, and it comes out and it all changes colour. It's all weird. Yeah. And he's there on the floor, and because of his feet sort of skid, don't they, on the lino, and he sort of scrabbles, and he goes like that, and it cuts like the fingers off, doesn't it? Yeah. The fingers, and this thing lets out this weird scream, and he's off, and he's off, and then there's loads of little bits that happen, but they barricade themselves in. They go down into the basement, don't they? Yeah, because you can hear them
smashing,
breaking, and getting in and trying the door, and like, there's just bits of it, and where the little boy is stood, he backs away, and he's by a coal bunker,
and they're looking for it, and they're using the torches because the lights have gone out, or I think
he gets smashed, doesn't it? Panic and try to get the door
they're looking around, and then both lights end up on the kid, and then there's a camouflaged hand that then grabs the kid. Yeah. And it's so good. I've got goosebumps thinking about it now.
And then there's just you can hear all the scuffle and noise and the little kid, and it's like, we'll do spoilers, but they then listen. He starts having an asthma attack, the kid, because he's asthmatic. Yeah. And he just sat with him, and he's like, breathe, the air's coming, your lungs are going to open, and the little girl sat sort of crying on her own, and Meryl's there, and they have to wait, and they wait it out until...
He curses God. Yeah. Like, this is the last straw for him. Yeah, he like hates...
took his wife, don't you dare take my son.
And again, it's an emotional moment that is acted so well.
He's
and
really good.
And I know the asthma thing is very cliche and it's been used all the time.
Yeah.
Possibly in the wrong way. I'm not too sure. I don't have asthma. But it works so well, and then it skips forward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To the morning, and they find a radio. They found a bulb, and then it turns out that they're going away.
Yeah, they're going away. They're saying that we're beating them, and there's this, that, and the other. They seem to not like water, which was funny.
Well, they don't say that, do they?
I thought they did.
No, not on the radio, no.
Well, anyway, I must have known that bit. They there, they sort of all go up, and the little kid's like, they're doing this on the TV, and they're like, oh, they're dancing. He's like, yeah, bring the TV through, and like Meryl's going to get drinks, and she's like, Meryl's bringing the TV, and in the black screen in the TV as he pushes it. No,
he's bringing the TV. Meryl's bringing the asthma medicine.
Oh yeah, and then you see
because the TV comes into focus onto the camera, and
the alien is there. And he's like hovering holding like that, the kid, and he's got the little kid in his arm, and like this like thing as if he's gonna, and it's like poison gas. Because on the radio as well, it says they're emitting a poison gas and taking people. Yeah.
So he's like that. He's holding what's it called? The kid. I can't remember his name.
But anyway, he's doing that, and as he's doing that, he looks at. He's like, we're all gonna die, and he looks at Meryl. He looks at the girl. He looks at Meryl.
And the final flashback.
And he looks, and there's a baseball bat on. No, there isn't. Yeah,
it's behind Meryl. Yeah.
And it goes to Mel Gibson, and the final flashback of him, and he's talking to his wife, and his wife is like, tell Bo to have fun and enjoy life, because she knew she was dying. She was like pinned to a tree when she cut in half, but she was managed to stay alive till he got there. He's like, tell I can't remember what the kid's called, was the lad, like tell him to have fun and not be too serious and do this and do that, and it's like, and tell
Meryl to swing away.
Yeah, she says about him as well. I can't remember what she says about him, but as if he's not there.
She says to see.
Yeah, tell him to see, and then tell Meryl. What is it?
Swing
That's
away.
The last thing, isn't it?
Swing away, yeah.
Swing away, Meryl.
And earlier on, he's talking to Meryl. The kids are asleep. They're watching TV. They're fixated on the TV, and he's saying, the last moments with my wife were
random memories of your
baseball games, and she told you to swing away. And he said that the doctor said that her synapses will have been firing, so she'll have been just seeing things and saying things that don't make sense. And he asks the question. He says, "Go on, you like doing this?
You got to watch yourself. You're the type of person who sees signs."
Yeah, and then what happens is he flashes back to the final moments of his wife, and then sees this sign of her telling him exactly what to do, and he just stands there staring at the alien, and he tells Meryl to swing away, and Meryl gets it, looks, grabs it.
Beats the shit.
But also the alien gasses the kid.
Yeah, the alien gasses the kid, so Meryl starts to beat the shit out of it. He gets the boy.
And runs out.
Meryl's hitting it, and then all of a sudden the alien gets knocked into like a wall unit, and all the water where the little girl had been putting water everywhere, kept saying it's contaminated.
Yeah.
The water
got amoebas in it.
And like burns the alien. And when Meryl looks round, there's just water glasses everywhere, so you just start smashing them at it and kills the alien. People didn't like that part.
No, they don't.
I thought it was clever. The only thing that's daft is the aliens must have been properly desperate to come off the planet
Well, they're not. They say in the film, and a lot of people think that they're here to colonise and all that, but they're not. They were there to take the people.
Yeah.
They were harvesting humans, and that's
a bit like War of the Worlds.
Yeah, and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
So they weren't staying. They knew about the water. Shyamalan actually says that none of the crop circles are near water. So these plot holes that people keep saying about, they don't make sense.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people aren't happy about it. This feels like it's going on forever.
It doesn't matter.
It's a really. It's not everybody's cup of tea and all that, but I really enjoy this film.
I do.
There's lots of layers to it, and it can be as light-hearted as you want, or you could actually really start thinking about the film. And there's loads of, and he goes outside, and because he'd had the asthma attack,
he's saying that his lungs were closed, so the gas didn't get in.
His lungs were fully open because he was really struggling, and the gas didn't get in, so they get him epinephrine, don't they?
Yeah.
And
well, he is dead.
He's and he's dead. Revived.
And I think that the point of it is for him to re-find his faith, for him to have actually understood why his wife died, because the vet said that it was at that moment there was miles and miles of road where I could have fallen asleep at the wheel.
I could have fallen asleep and I
that
wouldn't
moment
hit anyone.
that it had to happen.
Yeah.
So it's
he said it was meant to be.
Yeah.
He was like, it was meant to be. I fell asleep, and I've drove that road a million times. I could have done it anywhere, and your wife was just there.
Just there.
And then he's like, at the end when he said there's a reason he's got asthma. There's a reason that he's got asthma for his lungs to be closed, and they all survive, thankfully. Not everybody does in the movie. Not that we see anyway, but you get that from the reports.
It is just them, really.
And at the end, it's sort of changed to winter, so it's moved along.
Yeah.
And it's him in his bedroom, and his sort of father's
back on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's priest. I don't even know what it's called.
What's it called?
His priest outfit.
He's the father again.
He's back up.
Yeah.
But it's a really good film. We probably haven't done it justice.
No, well, we just
about it.
Yeah. If
but
you don't...
I do have a soft spot for this film. I don't like all Shyamalan's films. I know he's not bad, but I do like. There are a few I do like. I love Sixth Sense, but I really do enjoy Signs. I really do, and I couldn't tell you any amount of times I've watched it, and I will watch it again.
Yeah,
it's a good
it's
film.
Quality film. It's a brilliant film, and I think it probably needs more talking about it, really. But we've gone on too long now, so
I'm going to give it 9 pumpkins.
9. She's so stingy with the pumpkins, I tell you. I'm going to give it a good old 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. I think it's a great film.
It is. It's a good film.
Brilliant film. Thank you for watching. If you have watched this far, if not, doesn't matter.
Yes. We just rambled. Sorry.
We just talked about a film we really love. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Movie Ultimate. And we will see you tomorrow for another film, which I don't know at the moment, but at the end of the video, there'll probably be a snippet of it. See you later.